What is going on, guys? B.Million here from Million Reflections Luxury Automotive Detailing, coming back with another product review. Not a product review, comparison, kind of a versus. I'm going to keep my 2 cents out of this, but I'm going to go ahead and show what actually is done. So with that being said, let me just give some background to this video. So within the product industry, there are 2 companies out there. You have Dallas Paint Correction, and then you have Meguiars. These 2 companies, there's not been rivalries between them, but Meguiars had came out with a product called the Hybrid Ceramic Wax, as well as Dallas Paint Correction has came out with their product SiO2 Armor, or it's just called Armor, I'm sorry. I've reviewed both these products. Both of these products hold weight and value within the community, but Dallas Paint Correction, the owner, Scott, he got a hold of the SDS sheets for the actual product itself and kind of showed something that a lot of people did not like. A lot of people were not happy with the facts that were brought to light, and that's that Hybrid Ceramic Wax does not state that it has any SiO2 or silicon dioxide. And Scott made a claim, or he stated that when it comes to OSHA compliance and SDS sheets, if it has at least 1%, I believe it's at least 1%, you have to specify it. And so if Meguiars is not specifying that they have silicon dioxide, is it even an SiO2 product? Is there any inside of it? Well, my thought process to that is if it has 0.0001, technically it has SiO2 in it, and you can consider it that. I understand Meguiars is a big company that is using marketing at its fullest, or trying to take advantage of marketing. There may be no silicon dioxide in it. There may be not a single bit of a percent inside of it, but they're making the claim that it has silicon dioxide, or that it is SiO2. While Armor from Dallas Paint Correction, when we look at the SDS sheets, has 10% at full strength. If you dilute it half, 1-to-1, per Scott's preference, depending on your scenario and situation, you'll have about 5% in there, which makes sense. You cut it in half, it's going to have half of the total. And so what I'm going to do is a quick water test. I'm going to show you guys. I got a pressure washer here with 1750 psi, 1.3 GPM, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some water on this hood. You're going to see how it falls, you're going to see the reaction, and then we're going to go over the leaf blower and blow the water off to see the hydrophobic capabilities, okay? So with that being said, let's just get into it, guys. Water's on the panel. Oh, as you can tell, Armor. I applied Armor on the left side of this hood, and I applied Hybrid Ceramic Wax on the right side of the hood. Let me take you in. I'm gonna try to keep my 2 cents out of it and just kind of show you without speaking much, but you know, I will put what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is the water beading properties on the right side, the Meguiars Hybrid Ceramic Wax. I mean, those are thick beads. And that looks great. It'll give you some great social media marketing posts, or even if you just like water beading yourself, that is good for that. On the left side, we really don't see much water beading. What we really see is sheeting, and if you were able to see in the camera, once I did the water test, you can see that it stayed for a second, and then after about a second, it all began to just kind of, not evaporate, but it began to separate and split apart. That's because the hydrophobic capabilities that allow it to repel water, and so that's how it's repelling water. Now, we looked at it here. This side is very obviously much drier than this side. Although as beautiful and as gorgeous as water beads look, the left side is drier. Take that as how you want to take it, okay? So you can take that in whatever way you want to take it. So I'm going to put you back on here. And we'll do a quick leaf blow test. Can you even see the water beads? You may not be able to see. You know what? Let me have you on the hand. I wish I had a taller tripod. It was a score. It was a win when I got the tripod, but now I need a taller one. So let's go ahead and let's do this. So, blowing off water. I have to get pretty close to it. So there is that. But the water is gone. And then if I wanted to, I can go over at the end with a microfiber towel or whatever, or just let it be. Now let's do the other side. And clearly the water is coming off much quicker. And there is that. So that is nice to look at. They both took about the same amount of time to dry. And although my experience, there's some more water up there. There we go. And I mean, there's still water on both sides, but you can go over with a towel at the end or whatever. I mean, it's all up to you. Although both sides, you know, it took about the same amount of time maybe to shoot the water off both sides. Now, okay, so let's break this down a little bit. If I'm using a product and water is staying on the panel or staying on the painted surface for a long amount of time, that creates something that we call in the detailing world water spots. Water spots are formed. Water spots are established because the calcium minerals inside of the paint, or any mineral that is inside of the water evaporates, the pure water evaporates, but the minerals stay there, leaving a deposit on the paint, and as time goes on, if not assessed, can result in staining, or otherwise known as a water spot. So when it comes to it, you have to kind of pick and choose which battle you want to fight. Do you want to fight the battle where I love the water beading? It's very, very satisfying to look at. Of course, when I'm driving down the street, the water's going to fly right off. You know, do I like that, but increases the possibility of water spotting? Or do I like a product that is going to pretty much, when it rains, after the rain is done, I'll say probably about 95% of the water falls off the actual painted surface of the vehicle, and so there's less room for water spots, but I don't get the water beading capabilities. And you could even see with the leaf blower, I did not use a high-powered leaf blower, but there was a difference. It wasn't humongous difference, but there was a clear difference as to which one was better with air being pushing the water off the panel. Meguiars did win the leaf blower test, but Dallas Paint Correction won the water sheeting, basically which one was self-drying, which one dried itself the best.